Previously on The Kitchen Nigeria. Last week, our second contestant, Moyo, proved her mettle on the show and expressed what it means to be a super innovative restaurateur. She dazzled her guests and even got standing ovations. Next up is Chef V, and she's super ready to take on the Herculean task before her. The show is definitely heating up. You're welcome to The Kitchen Nigeria, brought to you by Mastercard. Our business here is to find Nigeria's #1 kitchen entrepreneur. 4 contestants are fighting for that spot and a chance to win 2 million naira.
Today is the day of my competition. Honestly, I am just so excited that it's finally here. I've been anxious, I've been nervous, I honestly haven't slept.
It's V's pop-up week, and she has a tough task ahead. She'll have to set up her own team and workspace and definitely go through the pressure of managing time, money, and people.
I'm super excited to just begin and just to show the guests what I have in store.
She'll be on the streets and in the kitchen finding that perfect touch to give her guests a treat of a lifetime.
The day seems a little bit gloomy, if I'm honest with you, but hopefully the weather ends up being on my side. I have a lot to do today, a lot of preparations, but my 2 amazing chefs are by my side, Jumoke and Faith.
Hi, my name is Jumoke Toyobo.
Hi, my name is Faith Okwao. I'm Vanessa's sous chef.
It's amazing to have an all-female team as well. It's just time for female chefs to just show up and just show what we can do.
She has 48 hours to create a magnificent pop-up restaurant that will serve 60 guests over the course of 3 days, and her time starts now.
So just getting ready this morning, I'm nervous and anxious, but that's not what I'm going to be telling myself, because I'm in control today. I've got my list in order, I've got my plan in order, I've got my team in order. So all I can say is that I've got this. It's my time to show why I can be the next restaurateur.
Chef V's main course dishes no doubt wowed our judges at the semifinals, and she has made it through to the finals to give them a little treat that might earn her a place as the winner of The Kitchen Nigeria. Setting up your own restaurant is no child's play. V knows this, and she's pulling all the strings and strutting her style and creativity through the process.
It's such a big process, preparing for today and preparing for the whole weekend. It's a 3-day pop-up for 20 guests, which means that's 60 guests altogether. I have to be super organized. I've been writing lists down, all my to-do lists, making sure that I'm ticking all the boxes.
So tell me, what's the plan?
So yeah, in terms of a creative idea, I've been playing around with words, and I've said I'm a wanderer, so I thought to go around the theme of a wandering traveler. I want to take all the guests on a journey. I want them to feel like they've traveled with me through all the different places that I grab inspirations from.
It's very nice, sounds very interesting.
Thank you. So I picked this theme because it pretty much encompasses how I've grown up. My mom and my dad were very, focused on exposing us to cultures. It's always been a part of their life. Through our vacation, there was always a different country we would go to.
So with all that said, what do you have planned to go on the table?
I feel like I need to be authentic to myself and what I love, and it has to just be myself on the table. I grew up loving plants. As I said, with this wandering theme, it's nice to keep that kind of outdoorsy kind of feel
on the table.
So fresh plants. I want to have kind of also a romantic type setting. So I was thinking to have fairy lights or candles, just to make it feel like maybe you're traveling under the stars, in twinkle lights kind of theme. That's what I'm thinking.
So with the surrounding as well, I don't think we need too much. Fairy lights would do well. Lanterns.
Yes.
Very clean, modern lanterns.
Yes.
I think those will be perfect. So we have them clustered around. We have the chairs, and the space is really very modern as well. The black and white contrast. So I think you just keep it that way.
I think I'm good. I can't wait to see what you have.
Yeah. I can't wait for Friday as well.
Thank you.
My name is Sylvia Cole. I'm Vanessa's mom. I am going to be decorating the event location for Vanessa.
I love that I'm working with my mom because it's not going to be difficult for me to explain my vision. We see eye to eye when it comes to these things. I mean, if you're seeing my house, you can just see that this is where my inspiration comes from. So I don't know why I would go and choose someone that I don't know rather than pick someone that's close to my heart.
So the concept is a wandering traveler. So I'm going to be bringing in some artifacts from different countries that we've been to. We're going to have some fairy lights, some mood lights, just to get the place looking interesting. What's going to be the most challenging is the rain. It's just a matter of hoping the weather is kind to us on the days so that we can have this outdoorsy experience without ruining it.
It's finally coming together. After spending so many weeks just thinking about, oh, what am I going to do? How is it going to come together? Later on today, I'm going to the connoisseur to pick out the wine. I'm so excited that all the plans and all the visions are set in place, you know. I lost my grandmom on the Friday. My family, they were trying to withhold the information from me so that I could concentrate on the competition. She's always been one of my biggest supporters. Since I became a chef, I've always wanted to treat her to a special dinner. I'm just very upset I didn't have the opportunity. So now I'm on my way to Le Connoisseur in Lekki, and I'm a little bit anxious, but I'm also excited to meet with the sommelier. I think it's such a good idea to have a wine tasting before my pop-up actually begins. I'm excited to see what kind of wines he's going to pick alongside my menu. I am anxious because I feel like it can go one way or the other. He might choose wines for me that complement my dish, you know, perfectly, or he may set me up to fail. Like, I really hope it's not the latter. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to Le Connoisseur.
So I just got to the store and I have to say I'm quite impressed. I love the boutique feeling of the store. The sommelier has a really distinct style when it comes to wines.
So, looking at your menu here, I see you have a starter and the main course and then your dessert.
Yeah.
So for the starter, mostly you would need something like a white wine. Bold, so we'll probably go with a Chardonnay. For your main one, the lamb would go with a Shiraz.
Okay.
And the snapper would go with the Chardonnay again. So the question is, for your dessert, would you want a wine choice for the dessert as well, or the desserts can stand on their own?
Personally, when I'm at a dinner, I like to drink. So I think we should keep the drinking going. He's also reassured me that we'll be able to try the wine alongside some of my food. I have to say I'm in a good space. I'm feeling very optimistic. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
And I look forward to seeing you.
Same here.
Also, going to ShopRite to shop, it was just amazing because there were so many things that I was able to get, you know. These are for my side dishes. I have 2 potato dishes for my menu, the potato gratin and then potato croquettes. And then my yam, I'm deciding to do a yam puree for the fish as well. So, oh, these look so fresh. Oh, perfect. I'm knocking the watermelon because this is gonna help me know how fresh it is. If it makes a hollow sound, it means it's perfectly fresh, and this is lovely, so I need to buy this watermelon. This is also going to go with the watermelon in that surprise dish. So I'm going to be using quite a lot of eggs in my dishes, especially the dessert. Shopping at ShopRite has actually been a bit more amazing than I expected. So I'm really happy that I was able to get the majority of things on my list. So the emotions are really high now. I mean, I don't really know how to feel right now. I was really confident from the beginning of the week, you know. I was really excited. I think that's healthy because it's gonna help me, you know, prepare. I'm just nervous, but I'm optimistic to see how things go. Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey Chuka, how are you?
Okay, fine. Okay.
So I have some exciting news.
So,
I've got my dates for the pop-up and I would love for you to come. It's 25K and this includes a 3-course meal with wine as well. So I'll send you the link. It's on the kitchen website. The link to get the tickets are all there. And please spread the word. Tell your friends to come to your family. I would love the support.
no problem.
Thank you. I'll see you then. I'm feeling all sorts of emotions. Firstly, I'm just so grateful because I've sold out. It's an amazing feeling to know that my people have my back. But I need to impress you guys. So I'm nervous. What I am nervous about though is I'm going to be in a space I've never worked in before. You know, it's a new kitchen, it's a new environment, and lastly, it's a competition. So those are where the nerves come in. Let's get those hands ready. Game time.
Hi guys, I just love the attention to detail. Look at the vase from Italy, the English knight. You've got the pharaohs, pyramids from Egypt. You know, Vanessa is just trying to tell the world that she's a global citizen and she's about to take them a journey around the world. Welcome to her pop-up, her beautiful fine dining restaurant that has been set up for you, the guests, and the judges that will determine if she'll become Nigeria's first ever, or shall I say, the biggest and the best restaurateur. That is the goal and that is the aim. Hard work, dedication, passion, and of course, the magic hands that brings every single meal to life. So you're doing a fusion menu. So tell us the story behind that.
I've come to appreciate where I've traveled to, and I just thought that why not use this as a strength? I'm just bringing in all these elements that I love, all the countries that I've been to, their flavors, their spices, and bringing them together into this melting pot that I call my own cuisine.
I know you're super busy. I'm gonna give you a double fist. Say best of luck. I will be calling you out to see and meet your amazing guests. You've done a great job. 25 hours to put up this pop-up. Amazing. I can't wait to see what the food tastes like.
Yeah.
And your best of luck.
Bring it on.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys are enjoying the experience so far. I see glasses filled with wine. Vanessa has put together every single thing here, from the decor to the menu in front of you to the amazing 3-course meal that she's going to deliver for you tonight. She says she's going to take you on a journey around the world, so I hope you guys are ready for that.
When I first walked in this evening, I was pleasantly surprised. I love the ambiance.
The lights, the decor, the baskets, the table sets, it was just so welcoming.
I love the decor. I love the detail she put into bringing her home and bringing her experiences and her travels and her journeys.
I thought she was very thoughtful and very intentional.
And yet everything came from my house. You know, when you take something and you change the entire look of it, that's for a minute you just don't recognize it. That's exactly the way I saw tonight.
I felt very welcome, which is the point of hospitality, I suppose.
I was expecting a little bit more of a restaurant feel. The translation was lost.
All right, guys, without further ado, please put your hands together for Vanessa, your chef and host.
So with this pop-up, honestly, I just want to put my heart and soul into this. When it comes to the experience for my guests, I just want them to feel who I am. I want them to get my personality. Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. It's so good to see everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It means the world to me that you guys are here today. Tonight, I am looking forward to just seeing the expressions on people's faces. They're going to be tasting my food for the first time. I'm going to try and trust my team to deliver the work as well. I think it's going to be good to just see how all the planning we've done, let's see how it comes together.
Ticket sales, check. Beautiful audience, check. Great food? I guess the judges and guests will do the tasting. Let's see what magic Chef V has made tonight. The guests are all seated. You can see they're taking their orders right now. I'm going to speak to this beautiful young man. He goes by the name of Okwe. He's a food critic. I'm going to ask you very simply, what do you expect from Vanessa tonight?
I would hope that there's a touch of Nigerian in our dishes. You know, not so much mede, but like, you know, bring it home a bit.
Authenticity.
And yeah, and nice wine pairing basically. Okay. And that wow factor.
So the guests are super ready. They're excited to see what Vanessa's gonna bring to the table tonight. So let's get it started.
I'm excited to present to you my official first course, which is the trio of fine chops. So I have taken the element of croquettes and infused it with our Nigerian small chops. That is why I call it fine chop. So for the meat lovers here, we have 3 different types. We have a slow braised oxtail, we have a fish, and we have a chicken. So you're gonna get a different flavors in each one. They've been paired with a spicy mayo, a Scotch bonnet jam. This is my homemade recipe. I cherish my Scotch bonnet jam with my soul, just to let you know, and a chimichurri. For the vegetarians, we have a yam, we have sweet potato, and we have a corn croquette. It's been paired with the same toppings as they're all vegetarian. So yes, enjoy guys. Thank you.
I enjoyed my meal tonight. The oxtail croquette was a good start.
I think what was intriguing for me today was really tasting the trio chops. It was a combination of 3 different types of small chops. One was with beef, one was with oxtail, and one was with chicken. And I really liked the way it unlocked on my lips, although I'm not good with spice, but it was kind of spicy and intense.
But I like the chicken one more.
That was very memorable. That's something I would love to have again.
I wish it had a bit more crunch. Flavor and everything was amazing. Technicality was amazing, but for me, I just kind of like to bite into a crunchy croquette.
The appetizers were great. I had the vegetarian appetizers, loved the sweet potato croquettes.
For the main course, my favorite meal was the lamb chop.
So we have a slow braised lamb shank. This has been cooked in a fusion of a kind of Asian braising method as well as the European braising method. So Asians like their braising method quite sweet, so I've taken that brown sugar. That's paired with a potato gratin topped with a little bit of parmesan, a suya, crusted carrots, cauliflower puree at the bottom. You're gonna get a little bit of that sweetness as well as the earthiness from the red wine that's inside it as well.
The lamb shank was sweet to my soul.
She incorporated a lot of flavors and it gave me that soul food vibe.
I really liked the cauliflower puree that really set it off, and the traditional Nigerian stew that was on top of the lamb. I think that brought the whole dish together.
The lamb was amazing, the lamb was phenomenal, but the yam puree was quite good.
Now to the fish. We have a yassa marinated white snapper. So the yassa marinade is very popular in the West African region. We don't use it so much in southern parts of Nigeria, but I do think the northern parts of Nigeria use it. But it's from Senegal, Sierra Leone. They love this marinade. So it goes really well with the fish. All you have to do is just enjoy your meal, guys. Thank you.
Like that she did a yam mash, and not just did it, but it was super silky and smooth, and it reminded me of everything I love about mashed potatoes. But it wasn't mashed potatoes, it was yam. So I love the amount of cream and butter and everything she put into the mash.
I had the fish, which I feel it was a little bland. When she did the semi-finalist round, the fish was amazing, so I was really looking forward to that. And she used a yam puree instead of potato puree, which was silky smooth, but just, again, a little bit bland.
And of course, the crowning of the night was the chocolate cake.
Desserts are cooking. I mean, the creme brulee is done, it's setting, and just a little bit of brulee on top. And then the chocolate cake is a chocolate cake with a gooey center. This chocolate cake, it blows my mind, and I promise you it's going to excite you. I can't wait for you guys to just close this journey with these 2 desserts.
Our experience with the dessert was a bit tricky.
The fridge is not cooling, guys. Huh? What do you do? The fridge is not cooling. These things are going to spoil. Nothing is said. Don't worry, we'll improvise.
But thankfully, Vanessa and I were able to discuss quickly, and we improvised on making a vanilla cream instead.
The most challenging part of this competition for me has been trying to juggle the unexpected disasters, let's say, alongside having to handle two chefs that I've worked with in separate circumstances. So guys, I have a confession. We've had a little bit of issues with cooling in the fridge and freezer. That means the creme brulee hasn't been able to fully set.
And she was quick enough to do a very nice cream, actually, instead of the ice cream. That went very well with the pistachios. And personally, I would recommend to her on the molten chocolate not to serve the ice cream and serve that cream. That's the essence of what we do. And that's the difference between the professionals and the ones who are, not professional.
The creme brulee with an infusion of zobo was something I'd never had before. Even though we have had creme brulee all over the world, this was creme brulee with a difference. And Vanessa, well done for that.
Every meal, from the starter to the main course to the dessert, had an infusion of Africa in it.
For every meal, there's been a specialized wine with it.
There were some dishes on the menu that could have been highlighted or put at the top. You could sell more unique dishes.
And I think she needs to play with more Nigerian flavors because, if she does that, she would easily, export Nigerian dishes to the world.
The service was good. My glass was stayed full. They were quite courteous and whatever. So that was it was a good experience.
Vanessa's service, I feel they could be a little bit more attentive. A couple times I had to draw attention to the waiter to take my plate away. I had to keep getting someone's attention for the drinks. So in that way, there was a little bit lacking.
The biggest highlight for me is honestly just seeing the guests enjoy my food and coming back with empty plates. Honestly, the amount of preparation that happens before service is what allows the food to come out the way it does. I was trained in a 2 Michelin star restaurant, and that is what they beat into you. It's all about the preparation. It's all about the mise en place. The goal was for them to connect with my inspiration, and that's what happened. So I'm super proud of myself for that.
So Vanessa, when you started on this journey, I remember us sitting down together and you were determined that you were going to make this work. And I am seeing how you are turning yourself into one of the world's best chefs. You're doing me proud, you're doing Nigeria proud, and I know you are going to take this all the way to the top. Keep going, keep flying. We're behind you. Keep going, Vanessa. Well done. Really proud of you.
I am grateful to be on your team because for me, I want to help you achieve your dreams. And honestly, I'm very proud of you.
I wish you all the best in this competition. I know how much effort, I know how much passion you have put into this job. I hope for nothing more than the best for you.
We're going to ask you to do a few things. Look at the placards on the table. You have the QR codes. So please whip out your phone and just do a quick scan. It is a competition. So what you need to do is you need to vote. So when you see, it'll pop up a URL, and then you can check and you can give her a good vote. It is a competition. Remember that we need to ensure that she does become the winner and she does become the champion. So if you're team Vanessa, let me hear yeah, yeah.
I think I will win because I have proved that putting your heart on the table and being vulnerable is the best way for the guests to fully relate to you.
As you can tell, I've been taking lessons from the wine master himself, the connoisseur. See how I'm holding my glass? Like a professional. But it's all about Chef V tonight. For the last 3 days, she's been putting together the most amazing and wonderful pop-up experience. The ambience looks great. The guests have had an amazing time. And of course, the food has been delicious. Our contestants have been doing this over weeks, creating their authentic and original pop-up restaurants to get that title of Nigeria's #1 restaurateur. We have one more contestant to go. His name is Sheon, and he's definitely the last man standing. Join us next week to find out if it's truly a man's world. Cheers. On the next episode of The Kitchen Nigeria. Today on The Kitchen Nigeria, you are most welcome to a Parisian rainforest. The last man standing himself, Sheon, has put together an amazing dining experience for you. It has Mediterranean flavors, a touch of France, and a little hidden secret of Nigeria. With 3 super contestants down, this is now a battle of the Kitchen Titan. Welcome to Seun's pop-up right here on the Kitchen Nigeria.